There's a point where owners realize something uncomfortable. They know they need systems. They agree that things can't keep running through them. But when they sit down to fix it, they get stuck. Should we fix payroll first? Should we fix dispatch? What about driver hiring or maintenance or any of the other systems in a trucking company? Because everything feels important. And when everything feels important, nothing actually changes. If you've ever thought, I know we need systems, but I don't know where to start, this episode is for you because most owners don't start in the wrong place by accident. They start because no one explained to them what really breaks first. Welcome back to Driven for Success, podcast for owners and executives of mid-sized trucking fleets who want fewer headaches, better drivers, cleaner systems, and a whole lot less chaos in their business. I'm your host, Mike Ritzema, owner of Superior Trucking Payroll Service, where our mission is simple: help trucking families. On this show, we'll talk about the real problems that show up as fleets grow and how to solve them without burning you or your people out. Before we jump in, let me set some expectations. This episode is not about software, and it's also not about writing a massive operations manual, and it's not about fixing everything at once. It's about identifying the first system that breaks as fleets move into that 30 to 50 truck range. Because if you start in the wrong place, you won't feel the relief that you should feel. You'll just add structure on top of confusion. Most owners assume the first system they need is operational: payroll or dispatch or hiring or safety or maintenance. And those things matter, but they don't fail first. What fails first is how decisions get made when you're not involved. Because at 10 trucks, you are the system. Everything runs through you. At 40 trucks, that quietly stops working because you're not doing anything wrong, but because the business now needs consistency more than speed. And consistency becomes speed because they know how to get the answers more quickly. So, what actually breaks first? The first system that breaks is not payroll, it's not dispatch, it's decision ownership. Who decides what, with what authority, under what rules, without checking with you every single time? When that system is unclear, three things happen. The same questions come back again and again. People hesitate instead of just acting, and everything escalates just to be safe. You didn't become the bottleneck because you wanted control. You became the bottleneck because no one else knows what's allowed, what the what the restraints are on them, what they can and cannot do. The first system every truck fleet needs is decision ownership. That is the system. This has to come first. You can document payroll policies all day. You can write dispatch standards. You can hire strong people. But if no one knows which decisions they own, none of it will stick. Decision clarity is the foundation everything else sits on. Without it, systems become more suggestions, and with it, systems will actually run. Let's talk about what we mean by decision ownership. First, it does not mean turning people loose with no guardrails. It means deciding which decisions are standardized and which decisions require judgment, which decisions still require you and which ones don't, which ones no longer require you, and what inputs matter when making those decisions. Once those inputs are clear, the decision stops being personal and it becomes repeatable. Repeatable decisions are the ones that get done more quickly. And repeatable decisions are the ones that make everything boring that should be boring. And that's the goal. Here's something you can do this week. Think about the last 5 times someone interrupted you with a question. Ask yourself, was this actually a hard decision? Or was it just unclear who owned it? Did they actually need me to get them new information to help make the decision? If you're answering the same type of question repeatedly, that's not a workload problem. It's a missing system. Again, that's what we're looking for. That's the system you need to have. The same question over and over, that's unclear ownership. And it's a problem you can fix. So pick one of those decisions, decide it one time, and write it down and let people rely on it. And if it doesn't work out exactly like you want, change what you wrote and refine it. You're not making a law for all time. You're narrowing the decisions that have to come to you because that's the goal. Most owners don't need better tools yet. They need fewer decisions living in their head. Start with decision ownership. Everything else will come after that. In the next episode, we're going to talk about why hiring more people before the system is in place actually makes things worse and why so many good owners learn the hard way. If this episode has been helpful, pass it along to another owner or leader who's trying to reduce the chaos in their business and build something sustainable. And if you're enjoying these conversations, please subscribe to Driven for Success so you don't miss future episodes. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.